Hey guys, I'm here today to show you how to install one of Versachock's exclusive products. And what this is our blind fastener system for installing an oval deck plate into the deck of a boat. So this is the oval deck plate that we have, and in order to install it into a deck without having any access behind the underside surface, we've designed and patented this cool product. It's a blind fastener plate system, and we're going to show you how to install that today. So first things first, the kit itself for the blind fastener system is going to include these parts right here. So you're going to get two of these 1/4 inch thick 3/16 stainless steel threaded deck plates, and then 6 1/4 inch by 2 inch screws, and then also two 1/4 inch self-tapping screws, and then we also include a stud. This is used for the installation of the blind fastener into the decking. And of course, this is the oval deck plate, which is sold separately through Versachock. We also include a drawing here that shows you the dimensions for the hole spacing and the size of the holes themselves. So on with the tools. This is the tools that you're going to need to do the install here. Some basic tools, just a drill, Phillips head screwdriver, pencil or marking device. Then we have 4 different drill bit sizes we need. We're going to have a 3/16 or a 0.19 inch drill bit here for the self-tapping holes, a 1/4 inch bit, a 3/4 inch hole saw or drill bit, and also a 1 inch hole saw or drill bit, 7/16 wrench, a pair of pliers, and some side cutters, marine sealant of your choice, and something to measure the distance of the holes here. So, all right, so to get started here, we've got this piece of starboard here, which we're going to use to demonstrate this install. So I'm going to kind of make a little bit of room here, move some of this stuff aside, and then we can get into the installation steps. All right, so this drawing right here, you can use to follow where the holes are going to be located. So the first ones that we're gonna want to mark are going to be basically the spacing of the threaded holes in the deck plate. These are 3.5 inches on center, and that's shown on the drawing here. 1 3/4 from the center of the deck plate out, 3.5 inches between them. So what we did was we marked on this board right here the center of those two holes, which is 3.5 inches apart, which is going to be these guys right here. And then if you look at the drawing here, we have to where these holes are here, we're going to use a 1 inch drill bit here on each one of these, and then going this way, we're going to drill another set of holes 3/4 inches at this dimension right here, which is 0.84 inches from the 1 inch hole. So you're going to go 0.84 inches out this way, and then from this hole 0.84 inches out this way. So we mark these holes right here, okay, according to the drawing, and then the other holes we can mark once we get the holes drilled for the deck plate itself. So first thing we're going to want to do is drill, according to the drawing here, the 3/4 inch holes, which are right here and here. So I'm just going to grab my drill, and we're going to drill these two holes right here. I'm going to drill the other one here. Okay. Okay, now that we got the 3/4 inch holes drilled, we're going to move on to the 1 inch holes, which are going to be right here and here at the 3.5 inch spacing. So we took from the plate here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to drop our deck plate right into the center here. And then what I'm going to do is mark the center of each of these holes here. And then we're going to use our 1/4 inch drill to drill these 4 holes here. These 2 are going to be a little bit smaller, which are going to use our self-tapping screws here. So our 3/16 drill bit here. Okay, now we can take the deck plate back off. Now we can install the threaded deck plates here. Notice there's a tie strap on it. Pretty simple. This is going to help you hold on to the threaded deck plate to keep it from dropping when you align it in the hole here. So what I like to do is I grab another one of the screws here and I just kind of use this to hold it as well. And you can pick either this hole or this hole to put the threaded stud in. And you just want to get that started there. And then once you have these started, you don't want to tighten this up quite yet because we need to get this tie strap out of here. So we're going to snap that off and then just pull this out. Okay, once the tie strap's out, what I like to do is align this other hole here. So now we know we have all of these lined up nice. And then we can tighten this up. Just get it snug, and that's going to keep this in place. So when we back these 2 screws out here, our deck plate is not going to shift on us. Okay, so now we're just going to repeat the process for the other deck plate here. Okay, now we can drop our deck plate on, and at this point, if you'd like, this would be a good time to put your sealant on the bottom of the deck plate here, or you can go around the holes, whichever way you prefer, to make sure you keep everything sealed up really good, because now we're going to do the final installation here. We're going to, what we want to do is add our screws in the threaded holes that are open here first. So I'm going to get these 2 started on each one of the deck plates. Okay. Once you get these started in the holes nicely, make sure the threads are engaged. Now we're going to take our 7/16 wrench and we're going to back out these studs. So, studs backed out. You can discard them, they're not going to be needed anymore. Now we can, I like to kind of hold this deck plate up a little bit. Now we're going to add in our 3rd screw on each one of the deck plates. Helps if you pull this up a little bit, it brings the deck plate up a little bit closer so you can see the hole. Makes it a little bit easier to thread in that final screw. So now these, we're just going to tighten all these up. I prefer to use a hand screwdriver. If you use a power tool on these, sometimes you even get a little bit of a burr on the threads. It can seize them up. It doesn't happen often, but if it does, it'll really mess up your day. So I prefer just to take a few extra seconds, do them by hand. cool thing about this, even if you have access underneath, you may be doing the install solo. If you don't have a second set of hands to reach underneath a decking to hold a wrench on the nut below, you know, you can do this install yourself, so it actually will help save a lot on labor as well, depending on the install. And then the final 2 screws here are going to be the self tappers, which we drilled the 3/16 holes for. Now these, I would definitely use a power driver on. It'll make it a lot easier because you're more forced to throttle. And that's it, folks. Installed. So again, it's going to save you a lot of time. Could save you an extra set of hands. Check us out at Versachock.com on the web. This product is it's patented, so you're only going to find it through Versachock. Thanks for watching.